Shonna Slayton. I'm the author of Cinderella's Dress. I'm out on a blog tour today, and I am talking about the history behind the historical fairy tale. This is my main research folder where I keep a lot of my notes and photocopies. This is my notebook where I take notes from historical books, from diaries. On the covers of my notebook, I would write down any slang or 1940s fashions, so it would be ready for me to find when I needed it. I've got both sides covered. In order to get the speech patterns for my characters, I turn to primary sources, like the 17 magazine from 1946. You can go into the letters section where the girls write in letters to the magazine. For example, I think my parents are positively super. Just for fun and perhaps a few pointers, I showed my mother I love my parents' butt. I did this after I read some remarks about the article in the January letters column. Why, said Mom, anybody who would find anything in that article to criticize is crazy. She thought it was swell. So did I. Congratulations. This magazine is from 1947, and one of the readers writes in and says, You just can't imagine how much I appreciate your article on roller skating. I've waited a long time for it. I want more and more boys and girls to realize what a grand sport roller skating is. A large portion of my book takes place in a department store. My main character wants to be a window designer. I did a lot of research using this book, My Time at Tiffany's by Gene Moore. In the 1940s, he was actually in a department store. I have a picture of him. Here he is raising the curtain on window night. Okay. This one was a fun find for me. It's from December 1950, American artist. And in it, it talks about Cecilia Staples. She was also one of the early women in window design. And in this magazine, it had a lot of her creations, which were just really neat to see. She even has some Cinderella ones. You can't talk about the 1940s fashion, have a book about Cinderella's dress, without talking about the new look by Christian Dior. It really changed the look of fashion in the late 1940s. Some people liked it and some people didn't. If you look over here, we have the New Look protesters. You can see they're wanting to keep their skirts short. Look how short they were actually wanting to keep them. By today's standards, that's not short. But the New Look was taking skirts to be even longer, so these girls were fighting to keep their legs showing. So there you go. I hope you learned something interesting about the 1940s history behind Cinderella's dress.